getting late, and I promised to talk about sex. Let's talk about sex, y'all. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Sometimes I forget that this content is evergreen, and I'm going to be singing Let's Talk About Sex on a podcast until the end of time. Congratulations, Justin. Welcome to Clovis. All right, salt, sex, and reproduction. Salt is essential for just about everything in the human body. We've already been through that on a cellular level. This includes digestion, cellular communication, nerve impulses to organs, bone formation, proper hydration levels like we talked about, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Literally everything, okay? So a low salt diet literally acts like natural contraceptive in both animals and human studies. I'm going to say that again. A low-salt diet literally acts like a natural contraceptive in both animals and human diets. This is true of both sexes, men and women. This equates to reduced sex drive in humans, reduced litter size in animals, reduced weight of infants in humans, increased instances of erectile dysfunction in humans, chronic fatigue, chronic sleep issues, and it lowers the age at which women become infertile. Can we just absorb that for a second? All the women who are still terrified of salting their food, okay? A low-salt diet literally lowers the age at which women become infertile. And can we touch on this issue of men? Now, as you guys know, 85% of you are women. 85% of my Clovis audience is women. We had new dudes sign up for the I Am Clovis protocol today. So cool, boom, boom, boom. Get to work with some dudes, awesome. But let's touch on the issue of men here. And women, we're gonna be talking about your hubbies. I said this to my dad. I have a podcast coming out with my dad. And I said, Dad, you're 59, you're 5'10", you have six-pack abs, and you deadlift over 310 pounds. What? My dad is considered extremely weird for 59. Because if you take the average person, and we had this conversation, and it makes him a little uncomfortable. If you take the average person and say, close your eyes and picture an average 59-year-old man in America. You're going to close your eyes, you're going to picture someone who's probably balding, you're going to picture somebody who has a big giant beach belly. That big beach belly is called visceral fat, a beer belly. A beer belly is just a belly full of visceral fat, fat surrounding your organs. So if you have a husband like this, women, I'm talking about your husbands directly. We have an epidemic of beer bellies in America, in middle-aged men. We have an epidemic of these men with beer bellies being miserable and fulfilling the sitcom stereotype of a husband who's just listening to what his wife says, right? Why do these guys end up miserable? Because their doctors are telling them to eat less fat and reduce their salt intake and get rid of all the foods that they love and replace it with bland, low-fat, whatever boxed food that they're supposed to eat, right? And their wives are usually the ones that have to enforce this diet. They switch to low. How many of you have a husband that had high blood pressure and the doctor told him to avoid salt, and then all of a sudden the wife is somehow in charge of like monitoring the husband's salt intake? I see it all the time. I get emails from women that are like, yeah, the doctor keeps telling my husband that he can't have salt, and now I switched to Clovis and it just feels weird and I don't know what to do and I'm going against the doctor's orders, right? There's an epidemic of this low-fat, low-salt thing with men. Now let's talk about cholesterol. I have told you guys this before in the hormone episode, Hormones Finding the Balance. We talk about how cholesterol is a precursor for all sex hormones. Cholesterol is a precursor for all sex hormones, including testosterone. Low cholesterol diet and statin drugs equals low testosterone. Okay? Low fat, low cholesterol equals low testosterone. Low salt equals increased instances of erectile dysfunction. Is it really worth it to go from 120/80 to 119/80? right? Think of what we're sacrificing here. Is it any wonder that Viagra is a popular drug? Nope, not at all. Somebody get these poor bastards a grass-fed ribeye with a fat sweet potato smothered in grass-fed butter and coated with a layer of Redmond sea salt. Please, I promise you, your next date night is going to be a lot more exciting. Because I don't know about you, but I'll take the cardiovascular event over not performing in the bedroom any day of the week. Straight up. Maybe my priorities are twisted. I don't know. It's all correlated, you guys. It's all twisted in this weird way. Let's give them low fat. Let's give them low salt. And then, let's sell them Viagra. Let's sell them blood pressure medication. Let's put them on a low fat diet. Let's put them on a low salt diet. Let's sell them Viagra. And then let's sell him an antidepressant when he hates his life. Crazy, guys. Crazy, right? Now, how much time we got? Let's move into women. Let's talk about pregnancy and breastfeeding.